Shalom, shalom, Akim. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'd like to begin by saying I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, whom I worship. Double honors to my elder apostles, the great Moonstone, who taught me this word in sincerity and in truth, and who grew well and are still on the highways and byways doing the work of the Lord in faith and in sincerity, so that they may receive their crowns of salvation. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the whole world who are calling upon the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, okay, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, who are doing the same, who are pushing this word, man, to the very end, that you may receive your crowns of salvation. Also, salutations to the great cloud of witnesses, Salakia, the great cloud of witnesses of Yashar Allah, who are believing, okay, and who help us out in the ministry the best way they can. May the Lord grant you and yours salvation at the end. The idea for this lesson was given to me by the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kakadash, of course, through a brother from the New York camp, One Kabar, has sent me something dealing with some like an iceberg or some, they call it an ice shelf that kind of cracked in half or something, went into the ocean, and there was something that was in that ice, and I'm gonna show the video, but it looked like what seemed to be some kind of sea monster, and it was huge, and he was pointing out that there was something that looked like a dragon's head, and then something else that looked like its tail, So I'm gonna play the video, and then we're gonna bring out some scriptures, okay? So give me 1 second.
Okay, my friends, this was a great day at Mufasa University. I posted about Fontainebleau in France, and there's all these creatures there. It's absolutely unbelievable. And I know everybody started looking into the thing, and I posted a little of that, and a dragon head and so forth. And then I got this from Michael Sullivan, and he said, well, what do you think this is? Watch this video closely. Tell me what you see pop up out of that glacier. So I said, all right, let me take a look. So boom, I go in here, and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at it very carefully, and trust me, it is very, very interesting. Now, what they're doing is hanging out here on the side of a glacier because they think it's going to calve, which is, fall apart.
Nothing's happening.
And it does, watch.
It's going well. We had some serious bouts of wind, but other than that, things are fairly well set up.
So he's just thinking everything's cool, and then all of a sudden,
oh wait, Jim, the big piece is starting to calve. Let me call you back. All that.
And that is not small stuff.
Right.
I think he says 600 feet tall, something like that.
Right there. Holy shit, look at that big bird rolling. All four running, right? Yeah. Look at that.
Now watch this.
You see how, look at the whole thing.
The whole thing is bubbling and boiling, but it's coming up from underneath. I'll show you in a second.
See, this is why the apostles always bring out concerning Esau, you know, that he is wiser than Daniel, you know, that there is nothing that is hid from him, you know. He searches out all things on this planet Earth, man. And so the Lord got that spirit on Esau to find shit, man, hidden in the earth. There's all kind of stuff hidden in the earth, man, going back to the time of Adam till now, right? And according to scripture, man, according to the Holy Bible, man and dinosaur, okay, man and Leviathan walk together, okay. There's even proof on that. There was footsteps found right here at this particular moment. I might plug in a PIP, you know, a picture of what I'm trying to say, what I'm saying, of dinosaur footprints, okay, that's been frozen in time, and man's footprints right next to it. You know, as if man had certain of these creatures as like pets, man, or as creatures and animals of burden. All right. So yeah, man. Now the earth is not even 14,000 years old, man. Okay. And the Apocrypha breaks it down, you know, the time lapse, you know, of the Earth's age. We know, according to the Bible, okay, that the creation itself of everything by Yahweh Shai and the holy angels, took a period of 6,000 years. And then on the 7,000 year, Yahweh Shai and the angels rested from all their work that Yahweh had them do. Okay, that the Father had them perform. Okay, so a total of 7,000 years. So, in counting from then till all the way till now, it's probably pushing about 14,000. 13,000 years, man. 13,000, 14,000 years or so. All right, so the earth is fairly new. They have Esau even has something called the young earth theory. So look that up. Yeah, man. So what this man is showing here is that when that ice right there snapped in half or whatever, it revealed something, man, and it was some kind of creature. That's what he's saying. He was like convicted in his soul, man. that more than likely had to have been a sea monster, man, Leviathan, and it could very well had been that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know, there's gonna be a lot of things being revealed to us in these last days. You know. It's beautiful, man. It makes this exciting. This is why you have to hold on. You have to hang on. First of all, man, your faith shouldn't be based on sight anyway. But now when the Lord throw you some jewels, man, it makes it that much more exciting, man. You know, being in the faith, you know. So I'm gonna just let this video play. But just imagine though, man, you know, watching this made me think, well, damn, how much stuff is throughout time is frozen over in ice, you know, and thick ass ice, miles and miles of thick ass ice, man, you know. And yeah, man, the Lord has those ancient creatures, man, and Esau and the elites know, man, because they done see certain things. They let the public, you know, the average person know about, and other stuff, they keep it in vaults for themselves, man. You know? So, yeah. But, see, we don't need all that. I mean, you know, in the kingdom of heaven, those creatures are, the Lord will have those creatures, and then even new creatures, you know, in the kingdom of heaven, man. So we ain't worrying about that. But, you know, it's just amazing, you know, when you come to, you know, find all this out, you know what I mean? So let me just play this video.
Isn't this spectacular? All right, now, here's what I want you to watch, and watch carefully. I'm going to just click on and off here. As a matter of fact, I think I will make it so that it runs slowly. Let's go to 25%. Here goes. Just turn this off. Now, what do you think you see here? I thought that was water, and I still think it was. But I think something was coming up, lifting it up, and I will show you what it is as it runs slowly but forward. 25% of the speed is very slow, isn't it? But it'll be worth it when this thing comes up that we're going to see. I hope. All right, it's way out here. Here we go. Now, watch this. We'll come back before it starts coming up out. Alright, so it's still, everything's still calving apart, and then something.
Now this dude, man, he talks too much, you know, and you know, but you know, as you can hear in his voice, he's excited to see what he's seeing. So what I'm gonna do is kind of jump a little, and it's still, you know, not gonna reveal what you want to see. Like, you really want to see Leviathan. You really want to see. Let me just say this: that Leviathan, or Leviathans, because there's more than one, are still in the deep sea. Okay, and they are the Lord's creature, man. You know, the Lord's favorite pet. The Lord has favorites down here on earth, right? Leviathan is one of his favorite pets, man. So, of course, you know, the Lord ain't going to reveal too much to Esau, because Esau, knowing him, he's a destroyer, man. He's everywhere he go, and everything he touch, he brings forth death, man. All right? Children of Satan. So let me just bounce around.
Comes up right out through the middle of it. Let's go back even a little bit. No, that's good. Here goes. Now, watch what comes out of there. It's right out through the middle of it. Let's go back even a little bit. No, that's good. Here goes. Now, watch what comes out of there. It's quite interesting in light of all of the discoveries of late. What is that? Okay, this is not, that's not water. That's water running off of something. And that something is big and dark and black. And then they cut it off. Now, they show again here somewhere another shot of that same situation. There it is right here. Now watch this. This one's really deadly. Here it comes. Boom. That came right out of the water. And if you look right there, I don't know what you see, but I see what might possibly be some gigantic creature. That is not, that's a thing. What is that thing? I don't know. But it's not nothing. Now, this event was quite a long event. Is this the only shots of these particular... Look at that now. Look at that. Water's running off whatever it is. Now, there's other things around here, too. I just don't know. You know, it'd have to be looked at. But I've been looking. Now, look at what's going on here. What's all this about? Well, look, it's splashing down into the water. Now, that's a thing that popped up, and it's not coming back down now.
I'm just gonna skip a little bit because, you know, he's all intrigued with what it is. I mean, you know, like I said, it's not too clear, you know what I'm saying, of what it is, you know what I'm saying, but more than likely it is a giant sea monster, man, you know, that the Lord has preserved. There's many creatures from the ancient world that are preserved in ice, you know. So, and Esau, man, you know, man, I'm telling you, man, this he is truly the devil. He truly has searched out everything, man, you know. Now, what's to say this devil takes the DNA of these creatures, man, and tries to, you know, splice its genes with humans and with other animals, and you see what I'm saying? So all in all, though, is the Lord who allows things to happen, right? Go check out that movie, The Island of Dr. Moreau with Marlon Brando. All right, for you young brothers, if you haven't checked that movie out, check that movie out. All right, and you will know that, or I will have you know, I will have you know that there is a possibility that the things that happen in that movie are occurring now. Okay, check out videos on Plum Island, all right, and things that check out videos on the Montauk Monster. So these are different things that you could check out, man. There's a lot of things that happen, man, that, you know, we just don't see or hear of because we are kept in the dark, man. You know, that's why you know, Esau and the so-called hidden masters, they call themselves the Illuminati, which they're not the enlightened ones. They are really the dark ones, but they call themselves that because they are the ones that are doing and keeping the world's population back from all this knowledge, you see. But it will soon be revealed by the brightness of our Lord Yahweh Shai's coming and his holy angels, right? It'll be thousands upon thousands of them coming.
And this is maybe its tail. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of bubble.
He might have a point. You know, like I said, I'm not ruling out what he's saying, but more than likely it is, man. I just wish that there was man, you know what I'm saying? You know, they had a full melted down, you know, excavated Leviathan, man. You know, you could be like, oh shit, without a shadow of a doubt, right? But he might be onto something here, man.
And an activity going on here. And they seem to be cutting in and out of the shots that I'd like to see what the final outcome of this is, because something is bubbling up out of here. And there's a lot of it going on in here. I see, it's whatever it is coming back up again. What's going on here? There's something else popping up. I don't know. I'd like to see the complete footage of what it is. Yeah. Now that is something's running all the way off over here, and as far as I can tell, I don't know where it stops. But you could, no, you can't see it now. I mean, those are the kind of shots that go, just like that. Look, something's running off of a thing. There's too many things that water's running off of. No, I don't.
Alright, I'm gonna skip up ahead a little bit. Because, he's just intrigued by the water splashing off this and that.
Alright, just so you can get a sense of scale here, we're going to go something else where it stops. But you could, no, you can't see it now. I mean, those are the kind of shots that go, just like that. Look, something's running off of a thing. There's too many things that water's running off of. No, I don't know what's going on here. Don't know what's going on anymore. Alright, so I'm going to leave it at that. Alright, just so you can get a sense of scale here, we're going to go and look at
It's as if the entire lower tip of Manhattan broke off, except that the thickness, the height of it, is equivalent to buildings that are 2.5 or 3 times higher than they are.
happened here. This whole area just collapsed. Now, where that, I don't understand it's a creature. I don't care how you look. Look. This is the thing. I would love to see the full footage. Now, this one we should slow down. Because maybe we can see something in this one at a slower speed. Look at this. What is this? Look at that. Keep your eye on these things. Wherever water runs off, it means something is coming off. All of that whole area is... Look.
It's magical.
Look at that. Now, I just shut it off for 1 second. Because I don't want the guy... You take it for whatever that means. Look at that. It's still coming up. It's still coming up. It's still coming up.
Okay, so what I did with that video, man, I was trying my best to skip through it. My man was kind of, dragging his foot with it, but he might be onto something there, and it opens our minds to, let's say if it wasn't, Leviathan or a sea monster of some sort, at least it opens your mind to, well, there has to be a whole bunch of, because that's how they found fossils of dinosaurs in different layers in the earth, right? As they dug, archaeologists, they'll have different layers, and each layer represents, a certain amount of centuries or years or whatever that done passed by, and within the Earth's crust, they found these creatures, like stuck in time, like and buried. You know what I'm saying? Which they said that big asteroids that hit the Earth that destroyed them or whatever. We believe at GMS that dinosaurs still exist, just not, so much on land, but in the deep waters, like Leviathan. You had dinosaurs that thrived and lived. They were mammals that they lived on the land, and fed off vegetation, or you had carnivore dinosaurs, right? Like, like they say, like the T-Rex. But then you had the marine uh type dinosaurs that they just lived in the waters. They didn't have to be on land if they didn't have to. Okay, so that's what you had, and the waters, the still waters run deep. Now let me stop. In the oceans, they man cannot go too deep into the ocean, into the abyss. There was a movie called the Abyss. I believe Sigourney Weaver uh, was one of the actors in it that casted in that movie. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But and I believe in that movie they showed Leviathan. Now, the Leviathan is real because the Lord spoke of it. Job, a great man of the Lord, and one who feared the Lord, spoke of it. So it's true. You know what I'm saying? So, and not only that, because some people say, oh, you're into the into some kind of fairy tale, looking at the Bible like a fairy tale or something like that, and the stories, and these things are not meant to be taken literally. No, first of all, you people take what's supposed to be taken literally, you take it figuratively. Things that are supposed to be figuratively, you take it literally. So you people are backwards as hell, man, and that's why you're gonna catch a missile. So here we go, Job 41 verse 1, and it reads, canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook? The answer is no, because Leviathan is not like your average fish in the sea that you catch with a hook or with a net, right? And with a lure. Or his tongue with a cord, right? Like a hook, which thou lettest down. Canst thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Right, the thorn represented like a fish hook. The answer is no to all those questions. Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? The answer is no, because Leviathan is a animal that does not speak. Period. Right? Will he make a covenant with thee? Will thou take him for a servant forever? And this is speaking to Esau, man, because who is the one? Who is the man of the wilderness, looking out and hunting and fishing and all that? Esau. It says, wilt thou play with him as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? It says, wilt thou play with him as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Meaning, are you and your friends gonna catch him while you're hunting for him and kill him and serve him to the guests at your feast, at your party? The answer is no. Shall they part him among the merchants, or sell them? You go out through the merchant places in Asia, man. This guy Anthony Bourdain, he showed you that, man. He used to go to these different places for street food and stuff, and they'll have these merchant places in certain areas, along the Mediterranean or in Asia, and they'll have like different marine life creatures for sale, man. So, but the answer is that no, Esau can't do this with Leviathan, because Leviathan is too strong to catch, too hard to catch, too deep in the oceans to catch. It says, canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? And the answer is no. lay thine hand upon him. Remember the battle, do no more. And when you read about the Dark Ages, the Middle Ages, as they called it, and they had maps. They always showed these sea monsters in the oceans, man, because you had knights and different warriors and hunters and fishermen and stuff that seen them, but they could never catch them. They showed pictures of fire breathing dragons, and some of them flew, and that could very well be so, man. Maybe Leviathan, some can fly and some cannot, right? It says uh it says, lay thine hand upon him, remember the battle, and do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? So, maybe some of these fishermen and hunters and stuff in the past, in the ancient world, actually, got to see Leviathan face to face, and probably and more than likely dropped dead, man. Okay, that's how fierce it is. Um, who was it? The Ammonites. They came up with the idea, right, of Godzilla. You know, and the reason why is because they knew, they had knowledge of these gigantic sea creatures that come up into the city and destroy men. And we believe at GMS that it's gonna come a time where you're gonna hear stories of this happening, and people it's just gonna knock people off their rocker, man, because people are so used to this new world and this new way of life and stuff, man. And then giant sea creatures or sea creatures will come up out of the sea somewhere in Sri Lanka or something like that, man, and start killing people, man. And then Esau is not going to be able to hide it. Especially with these smartphones, everybody's able to capture pictures and take videos, and it's going to set people way back, man, because people so-called being modern in the modern age, they thought that all these things was hype and lies and fairy tales and only to be seen in movies. But you see, what you don't understand is, and you fail to realize, that these producers and directors in Hollywood, they they do a lot of research and study and work with actual people, archaeologists and marine biologists, and these different these different professionals in science, and they come to find out that a lot of the things that they thought was science fiction is really facts. All right. And so it's like a slapping people's faces, man. And that's why a lot of people are afraid to deal with the Israelites of Great Millstone, man, because we challenge all your beliefs, and your imaginations, man, that you thought was real, and when you confront us, you come to find out that all that you believe in is falsehood, man. Okay, and that the Lord is gonna destroy you. Verse 10, it reads, Job 41, verse 10. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before him? And none. Okay. It says, who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I would not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion, because this is the Most High's pet. Okay. The Lord chose his pet. It says, who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about, man. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a close seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are joined one to another, they stick together, that they cannot be sundered. By his neesings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, meaning fire-breathing dragon, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, just like the stories of the dragons of old, right? As out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth, fire-breathing dragons. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. Yes, the sorrow of man is turned into joy because, Leviathan shows up, men are destroyed, and that's joy to him, right? And more than likely, this is the Lord's creature. He's going after what? The wicked men, right? Verse 23, the flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. Showing you in the ancient world, that's exactly what he did. By reason, he raised up himself out of the sea, man. Like movies like, if you want a visual, man, go see Godzilla, the old Godzilla, which is funny as hell. And you can watch the newest Godzilla they came out with, which I didn't see yet, but I'm sure they got some good effects in there, making it look real. Says by reason of breakings, they purify themselves. Right. You know what that means? They shit themselves, man, at looking at him. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon, and that goes also with nuclear missiles, man. Okay, they cannot destroy Leviathan hitting it with a nuclear missile, man. It's too strong. The Lord is with this creature. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee, you see? And what is the modern day arrow? The nuclear missile, man. They can hit him with nuclear missiles, and it will not make him go away. It's too strong, man. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. Esau has not. If Esau has encountered this, man, definitely they try their best to keep this under wraps. There's gonna come a time when they're not gonna be able to, because maybe the Lord will have thousands upon thousands of Leviathans coming into land, man, to destroy Esau, man, before the great day of the Lord. Who knows? Where he maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Upon earth there is not his like, who is made without fear. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. And the children of pride are the Edomites, man. Okay? And the other nations. But mainly Esau, man. Especially Amalek amongst Esau. The children of pride, right? Right? Edom, all right? The pride of Edom has deceived him. Thou that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock. Yeah. So that concludes my quick lesson, man. And just hope it was edifying. And these are some of the things to look out for, though, man. In the news, if you hear that there was some kind of tsunami or a monsoon somewhere in these heathenish islands or lands, and then you hear about some great monsters coming out and start killing people, then hey, there you go. You heard it here, man. Okay, you heard it from the Hebrew Israelites, man. So with that, this is Bishop Zakaran signing off. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so that the YouTube algorithm can spread this word throughout the world. All right. Much love to the Israelites throughout the world who are believing. May the Lord bless you and yours and grant you salvation. Shalom.